Prynawn da, croeso, hello and welcome to the Bluebird's Nest Live, Haverfordwest County's live audio commentary coverage of every away game. It's match day 1 and we'll soon be getting our 2024-25 JD Cymru Premier campaign underway, and we start with today's game. We face last season's league runners-up Connah's Quay Nomads, and we're coming to you live from the Essity Stadium in Flint on this very sunny Sunday afternoon. We kick-started our season with a comfortable 5-0 derby win last week at our near rivals Connah Town in the second round of the Nathaniel MG Cup. Whilst the Nomads were also victorious, they ran out 3-0 winners away at JD Cymru North outfit Buckley Town. Neil Gibson's side obviously finished runners-up to the New Saints in Wales' top flight last term. They were defeated the same opposition, however, at Rodney Parade to lift the JD Welsh Cup. So we're facing the Welsh Cup winners today. But 9 months ago, we were here last. A memorable backs-to-the-wall performance that earned a deserved 2-1 victory that day. Luke Tabone and Fawcett, if you remember, earning us all 3 points. And whilst normally I have my feet grounded on the floor, I am full of optimism and excitement for our season opener this afternoon. The bookmakers have us at 5-1 for the win today. The home side heavy favourites in that, but having seen us prepare for the season over the last few weeks, as I said, very excited about what's going to unfold over the next 32 league games. 6 new faces join us for the new season, in the form of striker Ben Amoun, midfielder Greg Walters, defender Alaric Jones, forward Owain Jones, midfielder Kyle Kenneford, and defender Kyle McCarthy just 10 days ago. All adding great ability and experience to the Bluebirds. They obviously join us after we said farewell to Oscar Borg and Martel Taylor Crossdale, who have both ended up at Welling United. Both made their debuts yesterday. Tyrese Owen now at Worthing. Kai Whitmore, who earned his chance to get on the field of play in League 2 yesterday for Newport County. And I believe Johan Evans and Aidan McNamara were both still unattached. Obviously, defender Kyle Patton announced his retirement from football through injury as well. So, manager Tony Pennock, he's had a good headache already this season. Selection challenges of a different kind to what is perhaps used to with our injury misfortune over the last few years. Today, I know he's had to leave out a number of players for the first time in as long as I can remember. A couple with niggles, but there are some who are going to have to sit tight and wait for their chance. One notable absentee that I must mention is Jack Wilson, announced earlier this week. Unfortunately, Jack will miss the entire 24-25 campaign after sustaining a serious injury during pre-season training. So it goes without saying, we obviously wish Jack well in his recovery. Plans are already developing between the two of us to have Jack join me for a few commentaries, if we can keep it PG, that is. Right, today's teams then. It's one change from last week's win at Connah. Greg Walters returns for his first competitive start after spending the last few years as captain of Connah. So we've got Zach Jones in goal, Lee Jenkins, Corey Shepherd, who has the armband again this afternoon in Dylan Reese's absence, Dan Hawkins, Harry John, Kyle McCarthy, Greg Walters, Jacob Owen, Yori Humphreys, Luke Tabone and Ben Amoun. The bench, Ivan Knott, Ricky Watts, Ben Fawcett, Rio Dyer, Owain Jones and Dan John. The home side, manager Neil Gibson, who today is in the stands, I believe, serving a touchline suspension. He's seen his fair share of changes this summer. Former Bluebird Jordan Davis left for Greenock Morton up in Scotland. Josh Williams, who scored the winning goal in the Welsh Cup final, he's gone to Sky Bet League 2 side Tranmere Rovers. Harry Franklin just this week gone to Crusaders in the Northern Ireland Premiership 2. And I think the keeper Andy Firth has gone to Saudi Arabia, taking up a coaching role with Stephen Gerrard. A number of others, Michael Wilde as well, legendary striker, he's gone to be Colwyn Bay manager. So a lot of changes for the home side, the Nomads, but they start with George Ratcliffe in goal, a great acquisition I feel from Pontypridd. Captain John Disney, Chris Marriott, who's come in from TNS, the all-time most silverware, I believe, in the JD Cymru Premier. He joins from TNS at left-back. Ben Nash, Kai Edwards, Thumper Muandue, who we'll probably all remember, used to play for Newtown. Noah Edwards, Rhys Hughes, who I believe has come in from Tranmere. Aaron Williams, Declan Poole, and to lead the line is Luca Hogan.
The referee is Ewan Griffith.
Number of
and his assistants, Kelly
good experienced
Williams,
players on the bench for the
Richard
Nomads as well.
Dalton.
One in particular,
Fourth
I like number
official,
10 for the
James
Nomads,
Walker.
Elliot Duggan, who I'm sure you will all remember for his time at Haverfordwest County. Teams are on the pitch. Bluebirds in their away black and yellow kit this afternoon. Obviously proudly sponsored by Gelly Moore, that were announced a fortnight ago. Good afternoon to all at Gelly Moore, including superfan Marcus Greenish, if you're joining us this afternoon for this live audio commentary. So the Bluebirds in black, Zach Jones all in green, and the home side in their traditional all red kit, and the keeper in blue. Captain Corey Shepherd and Nomads captain John Disney just going through the coin toss with the referee. Currently just off the halfway line here in the media area of the Essity Stadium. Bluebirds, staying as we are, the Bluebirds are playing left to right as I see it, but the Scorio cameras are the other side in the gantry. They'll obviously will have a different perspective on it. Just counting the players, the officials here. Referee is Mr. Ewan Griffith, and assisted by Kerry Williams and Richard Dolphin. Fourth official, James Walker. It's Dan Hawkins over the ball. Bluebirds have kick-off, lining up in a 5-3-2 formation, it seems. Home side looking like they are 4-3-3. And we are underway. Hawkins back to Greg Walters for his first touch. Comes down this near side. Hits the lines, the assistant referee on this near side in the shin. It's out for a throw-in, and it's Chris Marriott who gets the ball back into play. Amoon does well to suffocate the ball. It's out for a throw-in right next to the corner flag. Almost a goal kick there, but again, Marriott to Edwards. Playing out. It's gone back to Ratcliffe. Only just outside the edge of the box. Harry John to Greg Walters. Back to Harry John. 25 yards out. Slots. Ben Amoon. First chance. He's offside. Flag went up early. Great play. Greg Walters and Harry John there almost felled Amoon inside the first minute. Always invite interactions in the chat, whether you are joining us on YouTube, Facebook or Twitter this afternoon for our coverage. So please do feel free to get involved, ask questions, give predictions, etc. Always enjoy hearing where you are tuning in from. Well away, we might be joined by one of the club's directors, Mrs. Mared Pemberton. I think is sunning it up on foreign shores this afternoon, possibly alongside her lesser-known husband, former club captain and Wall of Famer, Sean Pemberton. Good afternoon to you both. Nomads in possession at the moment, inside their own half. High press from Haverfordwest to start this game. It's out for a goal kick. The forward pass by Luke DeBone just ran too far. Ratcliffe to get us back in the way. Playing it out from the back, the Nomads. Disney with the armband. Seems to be playing centre half at the moment. But again, it's a high press from the Bluebirds. Moan Douay almost away, but Jacob Owen does well to come round and clear the lines for the Bluebirds. And welcome to those of you already in the chat this afternoon. Afternoon, Elvin. Afternoon to the Supporters Association for Haverfordwest County. Seem to have really good social media presence at the moment. If you aren't already following them, please do give them a follow. The Official Supporters Association are actively looking for new members. I believe there's a good 50 or 60 already signed up, costing just £5, I believe. Feel free to drop them a message and get involved with them. Good afternoon from Pisa, Martin Lewis. Hopefully sunning it up with a cerveza. It's Jacob Owen over on the far left-hand side, where he did really well at Carmarthen just last Saturday. It's a very similar formation from that fixture. Just one change, as I said, Greg Walters coming in for Rio. It's allowed Harry John just to go up into that central attacking midfielder, number 10 role. Lee Jenkins getting a throw-in back underway. It's one thing I think we're going to miss this year is Jack Wilson's long throws, obviously, from this right-hand side. It's found its way over to Jacob Owen on the left, moving forward. Good turn of pace there, gets round the first defender. just taking too much, and it's out for a goal kick on the far side. Aaron Williams, the right-sided attacker, doing his defensive duty. Good afternoon, Lee, on Twitter. Down in sunny Hirwaun. Good coverage across the country and across Europe here. I've got the club social media manager Tom Pritchard, and I just had to do a double take. Nomads midfielder Noah Edwards, who's on the pitch, I didn't know was a twin brother. Obviously the other one, Quay Edwards, at centre half. Noah Edwards, I thought he was in the stand with me for a second there. I had to do a double take. Just checking the team sheet, I thought he'd been a late withdrawal for a second then. Afternoon, Dan Devine joining us on Facebook. Over 140 people tuning in for this. It's just a couple of minutes in. 0-0. Zach Jones with the ball in his hands at the moment. As I said, beautiful sunny afternoon here in North Wales. Bit of a breeze, but great conditions for us. Again, it's really high press. Lots of numbers getting forward for the Bluebirds, putting them Nomads under pressure. Referee playing advantage. Tabone coming through Moandue there, just inside the Nomads half. So it's going to be a free kick. Chance for the Nomads. Marriott probably over on this near side, just in front of us here. Goes. Edwards is, in fact, going to be taking it. He's looking to go big, but he does go short of Marriott. A pair of them linking up a number of times already. Two experienced left-sided defenders. Shepherd does well to pinch the ball back from Rhys Hughes. Yori Humphrey. Oh, almost a perfect pass for Dan Hawkins there after he was pinched back by Corey Shepherd. Positive start from the away side. Nash clears. Only finds Tabone, who punts it straight back down. A little bit of table tennis going on here for a second. Nomads do well to switch it out to Marriott. Tabone dealing with Moandue. His pace quite well already here. Poole normally occupies the right back position, playing left wing back, it seems. I seem with Nash operating over on the right hand side, the back three of Quay Edwards, Marriott, and Nash. But it's Rhys Hughes, the new man for the Nomads, coming forward. Ball pinched by Greg Walters. Can only find Hogan. Feeds to the right hand side. It's Williams. Jacob Owen facing up to him. Chance to cross. Williams into the box. Headed clear by Lee Jenkins. All the way back to Quay Edwards at the back. Out to Marriott on this left hand side. Bit of possession from the home side here. Marriott, left foot wand over to Aaron Williams on the far side. Safely then collected. Pass through to Zach Jones. Pressure dealt with it. Come on, you Bluebirds, indeed. Kean Devine, good afternoon to you. Again, Zach Jones then rolls the ball in front of him on this artificial surface here at the Essity. Down this right-hand side, looking for Amoon. Marriott wins it, but it's down to Harry John. Harry John to Amoon. Inside Harry John again. Getting a lot of touches, the number 14. Out to Walters. Slight mispass to Jacob Owen. Back to Walters. Looking to play forward. Dan Hawkins is onside. Over on the far side. Beat the offside trap there. Chance to cross. Harry John with a header. Oh, Quay Edwards almost. If it had gone past him, I don't think Ratcliffe would have got to that one. Harry John with a header inside the penalty box. Things you love to see on a Sunday afternoon. Applause from Tony Pennock in the dugout to my left. Jacob Owen with the throw in over on the far side now. Great throw from Jacob down the left hand side. Good battles already. Aaron has had to put it out for a throw in. Further up the pitch. This is Jacob Owen, who surprised me with the distance he had on the last throw. Perhaps he's been practicing those. Full of confidence, Jacob, after his stunning goal at Carmarthen that made it 3-0 last weekend. Again, great throw high into the box. Jenkins gets a foot on it to Dan Hawkins. It's back to Yori Humphreys on 35 yards out. Strikes it over the bar. Good attempt. Not what Yori is known from, 35-yard strike. But probably was the right chance to have a shot at goal then. Again, goalkeeper Ratcliffe goes short to Kai Edwards, who plays it out to Marriott. It's definitely a 3 at the back, looking like a 3-5-2 from the home side. Wasn't perhaps what Pennock and Gary Richards would expect in this afternoon. A 3-5-2. Ratcliffe, almost gets caught in possession by Amoun. Again, the high press working well. He played it forward. Mwandue back to Marriott inside the captain Disney in the holding midfielder position. Plays across to Nash, the right-sided centre half. He wants to turn and go back to his keeper. Again, good pressure, containing them in their own half. Misplaced clearance by the keeper. Yori can only put it out for a throw-in. Marriott then. Back to Kai Edwards, back to Marriott. Again, as I said, a lot of possession between the two of them. Forward ball over Jenkins' head, but it's going to be Tabone who clears Mwandue. 35 yards was back to goal. Jenkins does well to stand his ground. And it's a free kick given away there. Harry John, I think, had hold of his shirt as he spun, hit the ground. Exciting start here. Just about 12 minutes in, still 0-0. Noah Edwards travelling to the right-hand side. Links up with Aaron Williams, cuts inside. On his left foot, strikes into the hands of a diving Zach Jones. Seemed relatively comfy to collect that one. Good afternoon to Bulch, Mr. Bulch, joining us from Ynys Anglesey. Nomads pick up Zach's clearance, play forward, but Jenkins is able to go back to Zach Jones, who right-footed clears the ball into the Nomads half, but they come away with it. Ben Amoun, to be fair, been impressed with him in pre-season for a big man. He's pretty mobile. So the Nomads again switch play very quickly and go out the other side. Nash inside to Noah Edwards again, inside the centre circle. Plays out to Marriott on the left-hand side. A little bit of space. Chance to put it into an area, but Jenkins does well. First time clearance and away. Back to the centre circle. Edwards, Marriott, Disney. A lot of experience for the Nomads getting on the ball here. Kai Edwards inside the centre circle. His brother Noah just in front, but opts against it, goes out to the right hand side, back with him to Nash, back to the keeper, just taking the time to find a gap. Bluebirds proving hard to break down here. Jenkins almost pinches it. Greg Walters on the ball to Jenkins, to Shepherd. Bluebirds coming away with it. Dan Hawkins made a great run diagonally towards the touchline on the left-hand side. The Shepherd does find him with a long-range pass. Hawkins back to Jacob Owen, to Greg Walters inside. Looking up, great through ball. Almost pinched. Harry John with a chance to get on the end of it, but Disney's first to it. Nash clears with his left foot. Mwandue just inside the half. Hogan's offside, surely there. No flag from the assistant referee. Tabone does well to block the cross. McCarthy clears. Thought Luca Hogan was offside then, but not given. Referee waves play on for a chance, or an appeal certainly, of a free kick right on the edge of the Bluebirds box. Not given. There's only one player appealing, to be fair. Zach in possession, plenty of time, looking up. Does he go big? Does he go short? Sideways to Jenkins on the edge of the box. Forward to Greg Walters. Edge of the box, looks back to Zach, and does in fact clear this time. Going to find Yori on the half. Push in the back, surely, ref. Not given. Jenkins, Amoun. Great touch. Lets it go out for a throw-in. Yori Humphreys on the halfway line. Shepherd in space alongside him to Harry John. Disney through the back of Harry John. This not given. Rhys Hughes, the man from Tranmere, I believe making his competitive debut this afternoon, looking lively in the centre midfield. Played in Poole down the left hand side, sorry. And Yori Humphreys has to concede the corner. Back to Marriott, left-footed, in swinging. Chance from the back. It's Nash on his own at the back. Crosses cleared by Luke Taborn. A quick corner seemed to catch the Bluebirds a little bit unorganised there, but dealt with it in the end. Cleared to Bourne, to Walters. Counter-attacks on you if Dan Hawkins can get round. Goes back to Harry John. Goes back to Walters. Clears, great ball to Shepherd. Inside the Bluebirds half, but with a lot of time to move ahead. Out to Humphreys on the right-hand side. Back into Harry John. Touch. He already has to go back to Zach Jones. Good possession. Just looking for the right pass to get us further up the pitch there. Just didn't fall too nicely. Just taking the sting out of the Nomads' good spell there. Jenkins forward to Amoun. Good decisions here at the moment. Harry, great turn, Harry John. Inside to Yori Humphreys. Almost finds Corey Shepherd in an attacking position there. Nomads back with it then. Ratcliffe with the ball. Again, just going through their patterns of play with the back three here of Marriott, Kai Edwards and Nash and Ratcliffe. A lot of experience in the Cymru Premier between the four. Again, McCarthy this time intercepts, plays forward, looking for Dan Hawkins, looking lively in a striker position this afternoon, again, off the back of his 2 goals against Carmarthen last Saturday. Tabourne, forward pass to Amoun, inside to Harry John. Dan Hawkins, 35 yards out, has to turn backwards, finds Shepherd, great first time pass out to Jacob Owen. Greg Walters looking to break the lines. Jacob opts for a big cross. Humphreys almost at the end of it, but it falls to Shepherd on this near side towards the corner flag. It's pinched by Poole. It's going to be a throw into the home side, I think, given. Yeah. Again, that same pattern of play across the back from the Nomads, across the edge of their penalty box. Ratcliffe, Kai Edwards, just looking to play forward, but sideways again. Marriott, right-footed this time, goes forward, but it's going to go all the way to Zach Jones. Appeals from the home side that Lee Jenkins was blocking, waved away by the official, Ewan Griffith. Great forward ball. Luke Taborn, almost finds Amoun on the edge of the box there. 50-yard pass, almost. Would have left him one-on-one. Again, the Nomads not happy with the block-in incident with Lee Jenkins there. Didn't seem to be much in it. Marriott in front of his own dugout on his near side to us. Turns back to Kai Edwards as the central of the three centre halves. Bit of space in front of him, moving forward, right-footed, puts a great through ball across. It's going to get Hughes. No, he doesn't quite get on the end of it. And instead of letting it go for a goal kick, it's going to be a throw into the Bluebirds, right by the corner flag on my left-hand side. Yeah, Lee Jenkins is coming across as a throw-in. I thought he'd have gone for a goal kick. Jenkins then, all in black, looking to get it further up the pitch. 35 yards, Amoun and Marriott clash, but Humphreys with a chance to flick on, goes all the way through for Nash to collect. Nomads back in possession, goes sideways to Noah Edwards now, the furthest back for the Nomads, the midfielder. Cross to his brother Kai Edwards. Again, just a little bit of a chess match at the moment. Again, just going through patterns here. The Nomads switching play between their defensive midfielders, defenders, and the keeper. It's Kai Edwards again given a lot of space to look up. Disney back to Edwards. Just looked to activate the forward runs from Marriott then. Again, out to this left-hand side. Marriott is indeed get on the ball. Slip, and it's out for a Bluebirds throw-in. In line with the edge of the box. It's Jenkins again who's going to have a chance to do that. Just signs of a couple of Bluebirds substitutes warming up. Not that they need to increase their temperatures on this sunny afternoon. Owain Jones, Ben Fawcett, and Rio Dyer there, taking a chance to go up the line. Jenkins' throw is met by Marriott's head, and then Yori decides to dummy it and let it go out for another throw in front of the Bluebirds dugout. Pennock just giving a few instructions to Lee Jenkins there. Another defensive throw in coming from Jenks to get us up the line a bit. Humphreys and Declan Poole, to compete for that. Shepherd is pinched off Shepherd by Noah Edwards, who breaks. He's 3-on-3, out to Moan Douay on the right-hand side, inside the box, cuts inside, McCarthy, great tackle McCarthy, but it can only find Aaron Williams over on the right. Good composed defending there by the experienced Kyle McCarthy. And it's a cross, but Zach Jones manages to collect. Good fizz for both teams. Jacob Owen, I think, has got a little bit of a knock there. He's back on his feet, gingerly walking away from the far side corner flag. Zach Jones with the ball again, opts the rolling in front of him, and from the edge of the box, clears well. Dan Hawkins wrestling with Kai Edwards. There, Jenkins with a touch, does well. Yori Humphreys inside almost round the corner from Dan Hawkins. Would have found Amoun, but pinched by the experienced Marriott. Moan Douay now with the ball. Again, cuts inside. Great tackle by McCarthy. Pinches it off him. Outstretched left toe. Walters to Hawkins on the left-hand side. Inside to Walters again. Dan Hawkins. Almost falls for Amoun. Pennock issues a shout to keep hold of it. Feeling that possession given away perhaps too easily there. But it is back with the Bluebirds. Shepherd and Tabone just exchanging 10-yard passes. Again, encouragement from Pennock not to force things. Does indeed force things. Acknowledges his error. It's all the way back to Ratcliffe in goal. He said temperature is a warm one here this afternoon. Probably just touching the 20s. A lot of players with any opportunity looking to get the fluids back on. Just half a chance for the Nomads, cleared by Luke Tabone to Harry John on the half term. does well to give it back to Kyle McCarthy. Space to move into. Just coming towards the centre circle. Finds Harry John on the turn. Good spin. Fouled by Disney. Free kick. Harry John getting a lot of touches of the ball this afternoon. Looks to face the opposite goal as soon as he can when receiving the ball with his back to it. Lots of little Cruyff turns and spins. Zach Jones then has come all this way to the halfway line for the free kick. Going to test the very tall back line of the Nomads. But this year, feel equally we've got attacking threats with obviously Amon, Tabone, Jenkins, and Greg Walters. Ball is cleared though straight away by the Nomads, all the way back to Zach Jones. Good afternoon, Steve, joining us on YouTube. How are we looking? Well, after 26 minutes almost, we are looking good for a 0-0 at the moment. Both teams had half chances, nothing major to report. Looking okay, considering this Nomads team are off the back of a European campaign and obviously Welsh Cup winners, runners-up in the league. Tough opposition, tough match they won for us away at the Nomads, but we're more than holding our own here. Very optimistic that it can be a successful afternoon. Nomads do in fact break on the right-hand side though. Switches inside to captain John Disney, who Dan Hawkins forces to go backwards, but it's out with Marriott on this left-hand side, 35 yards out. Great cross into the box. McCarthy is an offside flag. The defensive diving header from McCarthy cleared anyway, but flag early from the far side. Richard Dolphin. Really, as I said to Steve, your question, how are we looking? Yeah, feel we're good for something this afternoon as it stands, but long way to go yet. Back then with a free kick just off the penalty spot. There's a live Scorio fixture later on this afternoon. So if you're looking for the visual fix of sport, Britain Ferry, Llansamwell making their debuts in the Cymru Premier against Pennock. Bit of a derby there perhaps. The teams obviously faced each other in the Cup last week, pitted against each other this afternoon. To pick up, it's hit the ref there and he thought he was supposed to blow up and I'll give a free kick, but Bluebirds had possession, so has let it carry on. It's Harry John to Greg Walters. Good little spell this. Can we break the deadlock? Greg Walters, cross field. Nash does well to clear. Finds Noah Edwards. Greg Walters putting him under pressure. Declan Poole inside again. Noah Edwards clears. Yori Humphries pinches it. Great work by the youngster. Finds Amoon. Handball appeals from Corey Shepherd there. Would have been a great opportunity for a free kick. Not given. Again, just two teams jabbing at each other at the moment, almost like a first round of a boxing match. Just sussing each other out. Interesting question from Bulch over in Ynysmôn there. How would you measure success this season? Great question, and I think obviously 6th has never been achieved in this format of the Cymru Premier, so I'd love to see us get in the top 6. It would be a fantastic achievement and certainly would measure progress that way. However, we've done it before by getting into the playoffs in that 7th spot. There's a lot to be said about that. Obviously in phase 2 you play slightly lesser opposition on a weekly basis and you come into those playoffs with a bit of momentum, but given the opportunity, guaranteed playoff spot in the top 6, I'd be all over that personally. It would be a fantastic achievement, and I think with the acquisitions we've got this year, more than achievable. All being well, a little bit of luck on the injury front. Obviously with Jack Wilson missing, long-term absentee. Not ideal, but we'll deal with it. as do the Bluebirds defenders yet again there, as Kyle McCarthy clears. Another half chance from the home side. Kai Edwards just inside our half. Again, goes sideways to Nash. And no doubt we'll switch it this way now to Disney. The captain, the holding midfielder, just looking across to his left back, Marriott, who finds Reese Hughes. Jenkins having a real good tussle with him. Marriott on the right foot. Misplaces his pass and it's out for a throw-in. Jenkins coming across again to take this. Will be a long throw-in, hopefully up. We can get it up near the halfway line. Good, obviously, 90-minute fixture, so lots of football still to play here. But it is still 0-0 after 30 minutes. I think there'll be a lot of fluids needed for both sets of players on the break. You can see it's a warm one out there. Jenkins went short to Zach Jones, who put McCarthy into an opportunity to travel out with it, but is fouled over on the far side. So again, free kick. McCarthy goes back to Zach Jones. Muandui just coming forward to make Zach play the ball, who does to Tabone, out to McCarthy on the left-hand side. Plays forward to Dan Hawkins, back to goal, goes back to Jacob Owen on the left. Chance to cut inside, finds Shepherd. Hawkins, 1-2 with Armoon. Harry John plays it forward. Dan Hawkins coming into the box. Chance to cross. It's a corner. Good defensive tackle by Ben Nash there for the home side. First corner, I think, for Haverfordwest County. Dan Hawkins over there, set to take it. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger. As I mentioned, the attacking threat this year of Jenkins, Tabone, Armoon, and Greg Walters, who himself is 6 foot plus, with a header here. Dan Hawkins crosses into the central area, punch clear by Ratcliffe, only to Shepherd, 25 yards out, chance to cross, right-footed, deep, free kick given by the referee. I think it's Armoon deemed to have fouled Williams there. He's the lines lady on this near side, who's in fact on the headsets that the officials have got on this afternoon, given that one. Nomads again go short, playing out from the back. Edwards to Marriott, who puts a great forward ball for Muandue, but it's just going to run on to Zach Jones, who eventually picks the ball up, distributes in the air to McCarthy. Chance to get his head up down that left-hand side. Plays forward. Hawkins almost puts a ball round the corner for Harry John to get onto. Disney does well to shepherd it out for a goal kick. Harry John getting the mileage in this afternoon, to be fair to him. A couple of great forward runs by the youngster. Obviously his twin brother joining him in the squad this afternoon, Dan, one of the substitutes. Ratcliffe again, same goal kick, knocks it 2 yards for Kai Edwards to travel out with possession. He's getting a lot of time on the ball, and it's the same pattern. He turns and gives it back to his keeper, who returns the favour and plays it to Kai Edwards. Again, coming 30-40 yards out with possession. Not a bad tactic by the home side, but Shepherd now on the ball manages to pinch it. Plays forward, Dan Hawkins plays it, Harry John. Counter-attack on the cards. Harry John, 40 yards from goal. Switches sides. It's going to go out to Jacob Owen on the left-hand side. Unmarked. Chance to switch. Right-footed cross. Hamoon header. Oh! Wide of the far post. Didn't quite get a true connection on the header there. Great cross, Jacob Owen. Hamoon in a fair bit of space in between the centre halves. Header. Just about beaten Ratcliffe at the back post, but narrowly wide in front of a number of watching Haverfordwest County fans in their bucket hats, and a number of them without their shirts on behind the goal. The referee at this moment has called for a drinks break for the players. Chance for Tony Pennock to regroup, issue a few updates on the tactics. All of the players coming across after a really good spell of play there from Haverfordwest County. 34 minutes played. Odd time for perhaps the referee to call the break there, with just 11 to go before half time. The referee already ushering the players to get back into their positions. It's Ratcliffe then will eventually get us back underway here. Both sides just chatting through how it's going. It's been a good first 34 minutes of the league season. I think both managers will be pretty happy with how it's gone. I said home manager is alongside me here in the stands. 34. Just asking for a time update there. Back underway then. Disney inside the centre circle, a lot of space, passes out to his fella centre midfielder Hughes, who finds Declan Poole. Back to Hughes. Looks lively, the youngster. Disney switches though, out to Nash. Advancing forward, chance to cross, opts to give to Williams on the right hand side. Looks to cut inside, but goes on the outside. Dan Hawkins as well to just push him closer and closer to the corner flag. Has to come back to Ben Nash. Inside Disney, 30 yards from goal. Chance to cross. Crosses. Lee Jenkins first to it. Shepherd does well to clear his line. Great clearance by Shepherd there. Out-muscled his opponent and then hooked one 60, 70 yards. Found its way all the way back to the keeper. But again, sets up another Nomads passing attack. Uandue this time comes back to Kai Edwards, finds his brother in the centre circle, travels with it over to Nash yet again. Not a possession. Edwards plays forward, but Humphreys reads it, plays it to Jenkins, who slightly slices his clearance. It's going to come out for a throw-in, but it's probably in a far more attacking position. Yori's header had looped up to Jenks, who just volleyed it and again sliced that one. So it's a throw-in. It's already in play, and it's already won by Yori. It's deflected off Poole. In fact, it's going to be Haverfordwest throw. Pennock just issuing a settle down commandments from the sideline. 37 on the clock. No bookings, no goals, but pretty good, enjoyable game so far. Armon and Harry John, little and large, combining well there with a couple of passes. But it's Noah Edwards who's now got it. Greg just tracking. Good interception by Jenks. Greg Walters pinches it, finds Dan Hawkins in the centre circle. Oh, Nash comes in with a lunge to deflect the pass that was looking for Jacob Owen down the left-hand side. Deflected out for a throw-in over on the far side. Just seems to have taken the tempo out of the game, that drinks break. Again, Pennock sending his substitutes for a bit of a warm-up. Two attackers, Ben Fawcett and Owen Jones again. Fair bit of ammunition on the bench this season for the Bluebirds. It was evident that from yesterday's fixtures, a lot of substitutes on score sheets across the Cymru leagues. It's not about perhaps who starts a fixture, very much about who ends a fixture. Jenkins has travelled 30 yards, has nudged it across to Yori, cutting infield. Greg Walters, two around him, does well to go back to Tabone and out to McCarthy on the other side. Good football by the Bluebirds. Dan Hawkins Kai Edwards wrestles it off him. Dan Hawkins comes away with it. Shoots. Not. Ben Amoun pushed into the box, stays on his feet. Home side not happy. It's the Bluebirds, 40 yards out. Shepherd. Has to come across to Humphreys, who opts to go backwards to Tabone. Home side not happy with a couple of incidents there. It seemed quite the right decision from the referee. Oh, Jacob Owen just tries to flick it round the back door of Nash. Nash experience head, didn't fall for it, and the Nomads have got it back. GPS stats and data will be fascinating from this first half, I'm sure, from the Bluebirds. A lot of movement and pressing and really good football without the ball and with the ball so far. Again, well drilled across pre-season. A slightly new way of playing for the Bluebirds, which has reaped the rewards in some of the results we've had. Great question from Ben on YouTube about who will be the difference makers this season. And I think just collectively as a squad, I feel it's the best Haverfordwest County squad that, well, for a number of years. The overall ability across the squad, fantastic acquisitions coming in. I think all will make a difference. Their experience coming in, the likes of even Greg Walters and Alaric Jones, their experiences coming back to the club seem far more football-wise mature. Off the field, they're both still very immature, of course. I think, as I said, Owen Jones, great opportunity to bring in the likes of someone like Owen off the bench with his pace and opportunity. He scored a couple of cracking goals already in pre-season. It'd be great to see himself force it, or Ben Amoun off the mark in the league. Dan Hawkins seems to be at his best at the moment in a very attacking position. Harry John, hopefully the season he really comes of age. So lots of great opportunities. I think off the back of last week, Corey Shepherd's management of the game, especially with the armband, was fantastic in Carmarthen last week. So yeah, I could really go through the whole squad and say at one point they'll all make a difference, I'm sure. The wind picking up. Blew in all my paperwork off my desk in front of me here. It's a fair bit of breeze coming in. It's a goal kick. No, it's a free kick. Offside was the last call. I thought it had gone out for a goal kick, but the flag indeed was up on the far side. Muan Dewey caught offside. The former Newtown man, I think he's had a spell over in Canada over the last year or two, back in the Cymru Premier. I remember unfortunate times where he absolutely run us ragged for Newtown once. I think it was a 5 or 6-1 loss that day. He was the star man for Newtown that day, but hopefully we can keep him quiet this afternoon. Nomads again just at the back, passing it sideways and keeping all of that possession. I'd say that's very much a fact that Haverfordwest are hard to break down at the moment. Jacob Owen, the latest player to clear lines into touch. 42 on the clock, still 0-0 here at the Essity Stadium in Flintshire. I can't imagine there being much stoppage time. The throw in though, over on the far side, just in line with the penalty box. I think it's Aaron Williams with the ball in the air. It's going to be, it's a good distance on the throw into the 6-yard box. Flicked. Shepherd clears. Half a chance for the Nomads. Big appeals. Not sure what for. Half decent crowd here this afternoon as well. I'd say possibly 200 and something, perhaps it would be my guess. Sunshine brought the numbers to Flintshire. Again, I mentioned a lot of travelling supporters from Southwest Wales who've made the journey. Excellent to see, and a massive thank you for that support on behalf of everyone at the club. Williams, great defensive work again with Jacob Owen on the far side. Concedes the throw in, but stopped the cross well. Just playing out this half, hopefully. Still scoreless. Ben Nash with a chance to cross. Zach Jones is going to see it out for a goal kick quite comfortably. Both managements just probably getting their half-time team talks ready. 44, fourth official in front of me, just getting the board ready. I'm going to guess with 2. It won't be much more than that, I don't think. Neither team has seen the medical staff enter the field of play. Ball has pretty much been pretty quick to get back underway, so we will see. Just waiting for that next stoppage, I believe. As Shepherd comes away with it, fouled by Hughes on the halfway line. Still no players in the book. That probably wasn't a yellow, to be fair, but interesting to see Mr. Johan Griffith, how he's managing the game this afternoon. Done well, I would say, so far. It's going to be McCarthy, I think. It's just inside the Nomads half, to the right-hand side of the centre circle. Just positioning the ball for the left footer to put it in a good area. A goal now would be fantastic for the Bluebirds, who again play all in black this afternoon. McCarthy puts one to the far side of the box. Jenkins competes. Foul given against Lee Jenkins. Disney taps him on the back. It is indeed 2 minutes of stoppage time given by the officials. So just the 2 minutes to go before the interval. Nomads already back underway. Yori Humphreys with a high press on the right-hand side. Forces Declan Poole. Luke Tabont as well. Blue ball is indeed given a 50-50 there. Nomad's not happy. It's gone to the away side. But Jenks just taking his time here now to get the ball. 90 seconds to go before the break. Jenks sending his men on.
A minimum of 2 minutes additional time at the end of the half.
Ball back in play. Long, great throw by Jenks down this right-hand side. Amoun wins it. Finds Declan. Poole. Greg Walters is header forward. Goes all the way for a goal kick. Ratcliffe puts the ball down. Taps it again to Kai Edwards, who can travel outside the penalty box. Just midway into his own half. Plays forward. Good through ball, but Jenkins is going to cover it. Zach Jones comfortably comes to collect and clear. Back, hooked on. Half a chance for Mo underway, but McCarthy does well to clear to Bourne. Humphreys linking up well down this near side. Do with a whistle now, just as Norman's probably finished the half with a good spell here. A couple of half chances. Edwards. Boys doing well to follow their runners. Just seeing this half out, hopefully. Noah Edwards travels forward. Greg Walters on his case. Has to come across to Disney on this near side. Harry John, the defender in front of him. Disney does get a cross in, but Shepherd the first to it. And that is, in fact, the half-time whistle. So it is 0-0 here at the Essity. Both managers will take their teams into the changing rooms for a debrief, and we will indeed return in just under 15 minutes for the second half. So thank you very much for joining us. See you very, very shortly. Welcome back to the Essity Stadium in Flintshire, where as we stand entering the second half, it is still goalless. Connah Nomads 0, Haverfordwest County 0. We are almost back under referees' orders. Both teams back out onto the pitch, so I'll just run through what the teams are. Zach Jones in goal for the Bluebirds. Lee Jenkins, Corey Shepherd with the armband this afternoon. Dan Hawkins, Harry John, Kyle McCarthy, Greg Walters, Jacob Owen, Yori Humphreys, Luke Tabone and Ben Amoun. For the home side, George Ratcliffe, John Disney, Chris Marriott, Ben Nash, Kai Edwards, Thumper Muandue, Noah Edwards, Rhys Hughes, Aaron Williams, Declan Poole and Luca Hogan. Neither side changing things up just yet. So as we were 0-0, 45 minutes to play. I think many people in the stands here, as we go back underway, we're very much feeling, like I said, as if it was a boxing match, just two boxers just jabbing away at each other. First game of the league season, just seeing how it's going to unfold. But back underway. Had a brief chat with the Nomads manager here, Neil Gibson, in the stand, who's, as I said, was undergoing a suspension from the touchline, but a 4-game ban from the dugout. So it wasn't allowed into the change rooms himself. So he seemed pretty happy with their performance in the first half, but hopefully he's not smiling come 90 minutes. Lee Jenkins coming out of defence with the ball. Greg Walters switches across to Ben Amoun over on the far side. Yori Humphreys cutting inside. Turns. Not many options. Has to play back to McCarthy in the left centre-back position. Finds Jacob Owen on the near side in front of the dugout. A lot of fluids would have gone in during the break. McCarthy does go back to Zach Jones. Building up. Jenkins travelling. A lot of space in front of him. 20, 30 yards going forward. Slots Amoun. Can he slot? Oh, almost give it back to Jenks. Breaking into the box then, but opts for Yori Humphreys. Shepherd. Back to Humphreys. As Dan Devine says, a positive first half under the belt over on Facebook. Yes, completely agreed, Dan. Been a good start, but fingers crossed it can get even better. As I said, really strong bench from the Bluebirds today. Ivan Knott, Ricky Watts, Ben Fawcett, Rio Dyer, Owen Jones and Dan John all on the bench for the Bluebirds, ready to make their impact if needed. I think, as Pens tends to do, would be the 60-70 minute mark, perhaps looking to make those changes, especially today in this heat. Few clouds in the distance, but very much bright blue sky above the Essity Stadium here in Flintshire. As Kai Edwards punts 50-60 yards for Noah Edwards to run onto. And it's a chance for Shepherd. Does well to clear. Finds Greg Walters, his midfield partner. Oh, almost feeds Ben Amoun in. Raises his hand to acknowledge. Probably was a better option available there, but positive from the Bluebirds. It's attack versus attack at the moment. Very much like a basketball match so far in the second half, these last few minutes. Declan Poole crosses, goes straight out for a goal kick. FAW photographer passes back the ball to Zach. Again, as I said, both benches yet to be used. No cards from the officials, but very much full of action in the first half. Zach has played a 1-2 with Jenks. He's come back now to the near side in front of us with McCarthy, making his league debut for the club, following his competitive debut last weekend against Carmarthen. Jenks again allowed to travel down that far side, not tracked, through ball. Hawkins over on the far side. Kai Edwards does well to pinch it off him, turn and play it out. Declan Poole, Marriott, Kai Edwards, back to Ratcliffe. Almost pinched by Hawkins, but it's Marriott who's coming away with it. very much as is for the Nomads, passing it around the back. A lot of experienced campaigners there. Ooh, Kai Edwards almost sets Declan Poole off down the left-hand side, but touch too far and it's out for a throw-in. Afternoon, Adam on Facebook. What's he, Mr. Consistent? Very much so. Yeah, is a great option to come off the bench. Or what's he so utility-wise for the coaching staff to bring him on in a number of positions if needed. And yeah, I agree. McCarthy, for his first showing of what our latest recruit can offer, did really well at Carmarthen so far this afternoon. Has also done well in the left centre-back position. Ball with Amun on the half. Greg Walters passes forward to Harry John. Skips inside. Great feet. Clipped. Excellent play by Harry John there. Took 2 touches to get past Disney and then was clipped by Noah Edwards, I think, about 40 yards from goal. Got his body in front of the defender well there, or the midfielder I should say, Noah Edwards. Dan Hawkins then just outside the centre circle, 5-6 yards out of the centre circle, into the Nomads half. Tabone, Jenkins, Walters, Amun, ready for it. Cross comes across, it's deep. Nash clears with Luke Tabone at the back post waiting. He scored here in November last year. Nash caught a little bit late by Jenkins there. Ref waves play on. Shepherd picks it back up. Hawkins, great 1-2 by the pair of them. Shepherd, just misplaces a pass. Noah Edwards, chance to break. 5-on-5. Yori Humphreys and Declan Poole competing for it the other far side. Back to Marriott. Chance to cross. Left-footed into the box. Waved away. Big appeals from Hogan and McCarthy clash in the middle. Rugby tackle by Nash brings Hawkins down. The appeal seemed to have gone away. Hogan not happy with McCarthy's contact inside the 6-yard box, but seemed to be again the only real appeal from the striker. First heart in the mouth moment of the second half, that one. So Zach Jones coming out to take the free kick then. Pennock commanding his centre halves, go forward, get on the end of this one. Zach then to get us back in the way. Every player over on the far right hand side of the pitch. But Dan Hawkins comes out and picks it up on this near side. Jacob Owen going round him. Dan Hawkins to Jacob Owen. Squares. Oh, great opportunity. It's going to be a Bluebirds throw on the halfway line again. Great play by Zach and Dan Hawkins linking up on this near side. Sharp to get into that space. Jacob Owen sideways pass into a Nomads defender on the centre spot. If it had fallen to a black shirt, it would have been a big chance. But Jacob again back on the ball then, on the halfway line, looking to get us play. Greg Waters completely unmarked in the centre circle. Isn't that preferred? So it's a throw in again to Haverfordwest, just in front of the dugout then, midway into the Nomads half. Jacob goes back to Tabone. Goes out the other side to Jenkins. Looking to get forward with the ball. Very quickly slips, has to turn and go back to Zach. Calls for the Nomads to press. McCarthy finds Hawkins on the half turn. Shepherd, great interlinking play. Hawkins, 30 yards out. Can he get onto his right foot? Square to Shepherd. Inside to McCarthy. Harry John. Penalty shout. Penalty given. Harry John brought down in the box. Great passing football by the Bluebirds. Shepherd to Harry John. Skips inside and was caught. Harry John falls to his stomach. Penalty given immediately by the referee. And it's going to be Ben Amun with the ball in his hands, with a chance to open the scoring. Ben Amun facing up against his former teammate George Ratcliffe, both formerly of Pontypridd. Number 28, Ben Amun places the ball 4 steps backwards. goal straight down the middle. 1-0 Haverfordwest County. Ben Amoun with a penalty.
Goal scorer for Haverfordwest, number 28, Ben Amoun.
Oof. Again, nobody into the book for the referee. Penalty, 1-0. 54 minutes gone, just 9 minutes into the second half. Again, great feat by Harry John. Be looking forward to seeing that one later. He's had a really good game, Harry, so far. And Ben Amoun quick to pick the ball up and dispatch it. Keeper dive to his right. Ben drilled it hard and low, straight down the middle across the floor. Brave, brave penalty. And celebrated passionately with his new teammates. Nomads then straight on the attack, but it's Harry again who picks it up, goes back to Jacob Owen on this near side, who casually goes back to Zach Jones. Plenty of time for Zach to lift his head up and pass it out to the right-hand side. Lee Jenkins then down the right-hand side. Again, Nomads with a bit of a spring in their step here, pinch it. It's coming across, Shepherd working hard. Wave play off. Home side not happy. Shepherd's shoulder pushed the opponent to the back, to the floor. Shepherd 30 yards out, chance to shoot, dragged, is blocked, but it's Hawkins on the byline. Can he deliver? Great cross on the edge of the box. Yori Humphreys, drags it. Ratcliffe picks it up. Hasn't picked the ball up. Now he does. Big chance there. Homeside not happy with the referee's decision to play on. Shepherd's physicality seemed to get the better. I think it was Noah Edwards who he dispatched that one off. A certain Elliot Duggan in front of me, stripped and ready to come on. Number 10 for the Nomads, the former Bluebird, Elliot Duggan. The last time I saw him in person, he scored, his last touch I should say, he scored that winning penalty in the playoff semi-final over 12 months ago. Harry John on the half turn does well to come away from two Nomads defenders. Again, probably a little bit too much by Harry there. Beat two, should have perhaps popped that one off. Nomads back with it. Marriott to Disney, tracking down this right-hand side. Aaron Williams facing up to Jacob Owen. Decent with his right, but it's cut back in the first half a lot. Jacob has to give the corner away. So Marriott, the left footer, coming across to take this corner. Again, Nomads are going to make the change before number 23 coming off. Is indeed Luca Hogan, the striker. Like-for-like change then. Elliot Duggan coming on. Marriott then with Poole nearby on this near side. It's going to be a left foot. It does indeed go short. Poole with Marriott coming round him. The left foot on the edge of the box. Crosses. Good header by Greg. Straight into Zach Jones's safe hands. Still 1-0 here then. Just over 57 minutes played. Long way to go. But we have taken the lead against the Nomads. Zach Jones then looking to punt long. Does indeed. That's huge from Zach. Finds Noah Edwards' head, who seems rocked by that one. Came down from the skies. Only can put it out for a throw in over on the far side. Ricky Watts, Owen Jones warming up for the Bluebirds. Doesn't look imminent, that change. Remember a fond win at this ground about 18 months ago. It was a Jordan Davis penalty. It was against Flint that day. Flint Town United. There's going to be an injury stoppage. Aaron Williams coming over to this near side. There must be a blood injury. I think, yeah, there's blood on his arm. I think he's cut his finger or his wrist. Aaron Williams there. So the Nomads down to 10 for this one as Jenkins throws in to flick from Amoun straight to Marriott, but Yori does well to battle with him. Concedes the throw. Quickly taken by the Nomads. Looking to get straight back into this game themselves. Nash straight away to Muandue on this near side. They've switched play well. Head injury. Referee hasn't seen it. He now blows. Duggan and McCarthy, I think, clashed heads there. I didn't see it, but heard McCarthy's grimace. No, unhappy home dugout. Aaron Williams returns then, so it's back to 11 versus 11. McCarthy just having his nose looked at by our new first team physio, Henry Fensham, following Tristan Jenkins' move to Newport County. Obviously, we wish Tristan well with that. Yeah, I think it's just underneath Kyle's right eye. He seems to have taken a knock. Doesn't seem cut, but Elliot Duggan making his mark on the game straight away. Trailing finger or elbow maybe. But it's going to be a drop ball. Kyle seems fine to come back on here when the ref allows him. Ref walking over to where he stopped play. Home dugout still not happy with the officials. Assistant referee over here is Kerry Williams, and she's deep in conversation, but doing a great job, the official so far. Bounce ball then. It's going back to Corey Shepherd, who plays forward. Aaron Williams manages to clean it, almost pickpocketed by Dan Hawkins. His clearance only falls to Greg Walters in the final third. Travels down the left-hand side. Muandue bumps into him. Ref waves play on. It's going to be a goal kick, to be fair. I think Greg did go down relatively easily then for the big man. Nomads back with the possession then, playing forward. Tabone heads it clear. Harry John accidentally nutmegs Muandue. Back to Dan Hawkins. Amoun made a great run forward. Lays it back to Walters, 35 yards out. Has to turn to go back to Lee Jenkins over on the right-hand side. Again, he's got space to travel. Duggan following him. Fouls Lee Jenkins. Former teammates clashing. Again, Duggan, don't think he's touched the ball yet, but has given a big impact physically since his arrival. McCarthy is going across. It's going to be the left foot there to put it into the box. Again, there's a good aerial battle about to commence here with the height of both teams all on the edge of the 18-yard box. McCarthy then, the chance for an in-swinger from the right-hand side. It's deep, around the back, too deep, and straight out for a goal kick. So a good area, but just a little bit too much on that one. Again, Nomads with a chance to play out. Ratcliffe, I don't think he's gone big on any goal kick yet. Played it short to Kai Edwards every single time. Kai Edwards still with possession. Greg on his tail. Amoun just dropping in as Greg Walters does the pressing for a couple of seconds. Jenkins comes through and concedes the foul. Won the ball clearly there. But we're back underway straight away. Cross field. Jacob with a chance to clear. It does well. It's going to be a throw in then. Nomads really up in the tempo here. Nash on this near side. Inside to Disney. Cross playing down the left-hand side. Cuts inside. Can Yori Humphreys get there? Cross field. Dealt with well. I think it's Tabone who've gone on the end of that one. Concedes the corner. Another change coming from the home side. It's going to be Tyler Berry, 48. Coming on. Looks a youngster. Nomads take a short corner, cross into a great area, but it's gone out for a goal kick before the substitution is made. Over the head of everybody that time. Zach then is going to be getting us back underway with a goal kick, but the substitution I think is going to be made. 21 is Aaron Williams, who's played on the right-hand side this so far, replaced by Tyler Berry.
21, Aaron Williams.
It looks like Nomads have pushed to 2 up top here, with Muandui perhaps operating on the left-hand side now. And Declan Poole has come over to the right-hand side, replacing Williams. Nash picks up McCarthy, just catching Duggan late there. Free kick inside the Haverfordwest half. Gary Richards just handing over a card to the 4th official then, so substitution. It looks like there's going to be 2 substitutions. Ricky Watts getting stripped. Muandu, edge of the box, wide of his near post from the far side. Half a chance there. Zach seemed to have it covered. Down low to the keeper's right. Ball went, hit the side net, and it's not Ricky Watts, unless there's 3 changes, I think. 3 changes imminent. Ben Fawcett, Owain Jones, and Ricky Watts. So it's Ricky Watts for Harry John. And it looks like it's going to be Fawcett and Jones for Hawkins and Amun. 3 changes then. Yeah, it's Ben Fawcett coming on for goal scorer Ben Amun. And Owain Jones replacing Dan Hawkins. Great shift by the 3 who depart.
Ben Fawcett, number 9. Coming on.
Dan Hawkins.
For Dan Hawkins.
And then
number 20, Owain Jones.
For Ben Amun.
Replacing number 28, Ben Amun.
Been up the Tannoy announcer there. So the 3 most attacking players for the Bluebirds all changed then. Fresh legs, which again we talked about the squad depth in the first half. It's just fresh legs could be the difference. Jacob Owen has gone back to Zach Jones. A great right-footed first-time clearance. Fawcett is offside. Deemed offside by the assistant on the far side. That would have been a great chance for Fawcett there. Already making his mark. Nomads back underway. 66 minutes played. 24 plus stoppage to go. 1-0 we lead. Great tackle. Fawcett pinches it. Owain Jones on this. Oh, Watts just a little bit too slow for Fawcett, who had made a great forward run. But Nash has had to put it up for a throw in there. Almost conceding the corner. Good afternoon, Jack Wilson, joining us on Facebook. Discussed your situation earlier, Mr. Wilson, and mentioned that you will be soon joining me on commentary duties. Look forward to that as you go through your recovery. Wish you well with that. 1-0 we lead. Jacob Owen with a throw-in on this near side, right by the corner flag. No player closer than 30 yards to him. Another great throw-in by Jacob. Almost falls to Greg in the box, but it's Ricky Watts who crosses back post. Ratcliffe does well to come and collect. Owen Jones and Fawcett with a chance here to back post wait in, but keeper does well. McCarthy heads the clearance clear. Jacob Owen back to Shepherd. Punts clear on his left foot. It's going to bounce kindly for Kai Edwards to Disney to Marriott. Continuous pattern of play from the home side down that left-hand side. Hughes to Muandue on the left. Chance to cross. Does Yori Humphries shoots him back inside. Hughes strikes. Deflected. Great save. Zach Jones parries it clear. Almost deflected. And put Zach Jones on the wrong foot, but does well to get down and save that one clear. Nomads still with a chance. Ooh, Zach Jones does well to collect. danger over. Pennock not happy. It was a chance. It was Hughes with the shot. Don't know who it deflected off, but Zach did incredibly well there to parry that one. Two hands down to his left-hand side.
14 seconds, you want?
It is indeed 1-0 to Haverfordwest County. As I said, bookmakers didn't have us anywhere near favourites this afternoon. 5-1 with the bookmakers, and the home side were odds-on favourites. So, proving good value for us. And now, a free kick given against Jacob Owen. Declan Poole to get us back underway. Seemed his arm was pulled back there, spotted by the officials. Nash across to Kai Edwards. Still plenty of time in this game. 21 plus stoppage to go. Greg does well to pinch it back. Jacob Owen, Watts, back to Walters. The three academy products there linking up well. Greg Walters is back on the ball on the halfway line. Out to Jacob Owen. Just looking to kill a little bit of momentum that Nomads were building. McCarthy back to Zach Jones. Jenkins, the obvious option on the right-hand side, but Zach just slowing things down. Does go up to Jenkins. The two up top for the Nomads working well at the moment. And it's headed clear. Marriott into touch on the halfway line. 20 plus stoppage to go. 1-0 we lead. Nomads seem to be throwing more and more players forward. Noah Edwards and Greg compete in the middle. No foul given. Oh, Shepherd nearly pinched the rebound there. Just manages to trip Hughes. Can this 20 minutes go as fast as possible, please? And ball shout not given with Marriott controlling with his chest. No underway on the left-hand side. Yori Humphreys trying to keep up with the pacey white man. Great cross. Straight into Zach Jones's hands. Good shout by the keeper who falls to the floor with the ball. Zach walks to the edge of his box. Duggan just keeping an eye on his former teammate. Force it on the end of it almost. Owen Jones with a chance. Oh, just goes through to his former teammate in George Ratcliffe. He's gone out. Nash, Poole on this right-hand side, looking for the forward ball. Tabone coming across to deal with. Oh, Berry with a fortunate bounce. Jenkins. Oh, hesitant touch by the striker allows Lee Jenkins to come in and cover for his teammate. Owen Jones and Nash competing for the ball. Back to Ratcliffe in the goal. It's getting lively here. Nomads come away with it. Marriott down that left-hand side. Clouds coming in. It seems to be a lot cooler on the pitch now when we probably could have done with a bit of heat to slow the Nomads down. Moan Dewey, great feat. Fouled by Yori Humphreys on the edge of the box. And I think it is indeed the first card of the game. Yori Humphreys, number 24, picking it up. He's giving away a free kick just on the corner of the Haverfordwest penalty box. It's number 12.
Well done, Bumper!
No. I think it's Declan Poole on the far side who's going to be taking this one. No, it's Rhys Hughes actually. Rhys Hughes then, right-footed on the edge of the penalty box. Only one back for the Nomads. Every Haverfordwest player in the box. On the left-hand side. Referee blows his whistle. In-swinger. Oh, went for goal. Past the far post. Zach Jones seemed to have had confidence that it was going wide. That would have been some goal if that dropped into the top corner. But safe for now for the Bluebirds. Still lead 1-0 here. 17 to go. Zach Jones with the goal kick then. All Bluebirds players to the right-hand side of the field. It's going to be all to the head of Ben Nash. Great clearance by the centre half. Oh, great flick. Greg Walters to Watts. To Greg Walters. who puts Fawcett into the box behind the defenders. Oh, great strike by Fawcett. Given as a goal kick. Given as a goal kick. The keeper seemed to get a touch on that. It hit the near side netting, much to the bemusement of even the Nomads players, I think. Thought that was nailed on corner. Nomads already have got it back underway. McCarthy does well to come away with it. Watts with a chance to clear. Does well. Fawcett on his bike again, but Kai Edwards deals with it for the home side. Nash back to his keeper. Still in disbelief over that last decision there. But I will say the linesman's got a better view than me. Again, Yori on that yellow card. Got to be careful. Muandue's tricks on the left-hand side. A diving header block by Tabone goes safely into Zach Jones's hand. Yeah, Pennock seeing the danger of Yori being on a yellow card has switched his wing backs. Jacob Owen going across to compete up against the lively Muandue. Ball all the way through from Zach Jones to the keeper, who drops it at the feet of his centre-half, Kai Edwards, coming away with it. The home side looking to build up a bit of momentum here to get them back in the game. 75 played. Nash cross to former TNS left-back Chris Marriott. Disney wide on the far left-hand side here, ships it through. Shepherd and Tabone are going to deal with it. Tabone does indeed deal with it. To Jacob, to Shepherd. They come out. Oh, Muandue's pinched his pocket. Breaks into the box. Tabone does well to get it back. Now Shepherd clears. Greg Walters with it. Counter attack on. 3 versus 3. Greg Walters breaking. Fawcett out on the right hand side. Owen getting into the box. Fawcett to Walters. Chance to look up. Sideways. There's options. Ricky Watts chips over. Fawcett to the back post. Oh my gosh, that was close. Trickles across the line. Great save by the keeper. Goes right across the goal line. Just waiting for it to see. And it's a free kick against Watts. Accidentally trips Duggan. Great strike by Fawcett from a tight angle. Ratcliffe got a save. It went under the keeper's body, right across the goal line. Everybody waiting for it to cross the line, but it trickled all the way past the far post and out to Declan Poole, I think it was, who came away with it and then forced Watts into tripping Duggan. It's getting exciting here. Yeah, agree with the comments. Great shift, Julian. Welcome to the coverage. It's been a fantastic performance until now. Still about 14 plus stoppage to go. 1-0 we lead. Noah Edwards on the ball on the halfway line. Moves forward. Muandue again looking to come into his own on the far side there. Ball goes backwards all the way to the keeper. This is going to be the longest 15 minutes of my life, this. Marriott forward to Nash. The chance of space in front of him. Shepherd does well to come across. Pinched by McCarthy. Does well to block. Counter-attacks on. If he sees Owen Jones, he does. Owen down this left-hand side. Chance to cut inside the box. It's only Fawcett in front of him. Drills it low. Oh, it doesn't go in. How was that not gone in? Fawcett outnumbered. Referee waves play on. The keeper's got caught. Greg brings the defender who was getting away with the ball, brings him down. Fawcett and the keeper have clashed. The keeper coming off the worst here. It was a big scream. I'm sure Scorio highlights will show that one again. Great ball by Owen Jones from the left-hand side across the goal line again, and Forsey competing with 4 defenders right in the mix there. So obviously somebody's clashed with the keeper. He's still down having treatment on his left leg. So a chance for a drinks break, it seems. Referee has got a yellow card in his hand here. Why has he got a yellow card in his hand? I couldn't tell you yet. Oh, Greg Walters. Greg took one for the team, should we say, as the Nomads look to counter-attack. I think Greg has picked up a book in there for his professional foul, we should say. Counter-attack was on, and he's managed to pull his opponent to the ground, and is the second Bluebirds player to go into the book. Yeah, referee does indeed, left with no option there to give Greg, as Greg shakes the referee's hand with a smirk on his face. Keeper is getting back to his feet. This will no doubt add on a couple of minutes. I think it's Rio Dyer who's going to be making his way onto the pitch here. The wide man. I think, again, Pennock's idea of stretching the Nomads and keeping them at bay with a bit of trickery and pace from Rio. Wonder here if Rio's going to be... Yori's dropped back into a central defender position, and McCarthy seems to have come out wide. Again, mindful of Yori on a booking. Great experience shown by McCarthy, talking Yori through that last phase of play there. Kai Edwards playing it wide to Marriott. Jenkins clears. It's going to be a change then. Rio Dyer going to be making way. It is Kyle McCarthy who is the change. Ricky Watts dropping back into centre defence, perhaps. Looks to be the change. So Kyle McCarthy making way.
Substitution for Haverfordwest, number 11, Rio Dyer, coming on for number 17, Kyle McCarthy.
So Rio on, Kyle off. 80 played. 81 played even. Nomads get their throwing back into play. Linesman waves his flag. They've run the ball over the touchline. So 9 plus stoppage to go. Another change in coming from the Nomads. Jaden Tang, number 55, going to be coming on. 17, and I think it's league debutant Reese Hughes who makes way.
Nomad substitution, number 55, Jaden Tang. Coming on for number 17, Reese Hughes.
Yeah, I think Hughes done well in the midfield for Connah's Quay this afternoon. And it looks to be like for like with the young Jaden Lang coming on. Sorry, Jaden Tang coming on. Rio Dyer has got on the end of a huge throw in there by Jacob on the far side. But Nomads, excuse me, I've pinched it. Nash. Force it in hot pursuit. Forces Nash into sideways pass to Noah Edwards, coming through the centre circle. A big 10 minutes of match day 1 to come. Muandue in the final third. Great interception by Tabone. A dive into Tabone. Blocks the through ball. And then Tabone's Greg's clearance is charged down and out for a throw in on the far side. A lot of optimism coming through across the Facebook, the Twitter and the YouTube feed. Very much end-to-end, Gavin. It's been an enjoyable first 82 minutes of the league season. Let's hope there's another 10 minutes of enjoyment to come. Fawcett gets on the end of Watts, almost gives it away to Duggan, but Zach with a chance to clear goes long. Nomads again get possession back in their own half from a little bit of an attack from us. Again, Yori on a yellow card, just hesitant to make any sort of contact as well. Headed clear by Jacob. Greg Walters, chance to move forward. Noah Edwards and Muandue force Greg into touch. Throw in, no foul given, throw in. Marriott goes back to Kai Edwards on the edge of his box. Kai Edwards, a lot of space in front of him. Ben Fawcett just coming across to cut that space. Doing the same now as it's come across to Nash. Duggan forward. Forward pass. Ricky Watts. And Elliot Duggan, good battle that. Puts the ball on the one to come across
That's it.
and put it well over the stand here at the Essity Stadium. Rio Dyer now facing up against Berry. Yori does well to clear there deep into the Nomads' own half. 83 gone. Still we lead 1-0. Noah Edwards on the half turn. Jacob Owen pinches his pocket and he's away. Flying down the right-hand side. It's a 3-on-2. Fawcett's free at the back post if he can find him. Fawcett with a chance to bury it. Oh, massive, massive chance to kill the game. 1v1 with the keeper. Fawcett high to the right-hand side of the top corner. Massive chance. Greg's gone down in the centre circle. Oh, that would have been surely it. Great counter-attack by Jacob Owen down the right-hand side. He managed to intercept a pass, a cross-field pass from Noah Edwards to Muandaway. Read it well, travelled 50, 60 yards to the edge of the box. Fawcett unmarked at the back post. Took a touch. Ratcliffe made himself pretty big, to be fair, but great angle from where we are. We saw it go over the top right-hand corner. Hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt us. 85 played. Nomads go big. Muandaway's in down the left-hand side. Jacob Owen appeals for a penalty. Referee says no.
Well, don't talk to me about that one.
Jacob Owen down, gold in his face. I think he's got a stray arm there, just inside the penalty box. The home side were appealing for the penalty. Scorio cameras will have a great view of that one, I'm sure. Look forward to seeing that one again. Again, I think an injured Nomads player, Jack Kenny, down speaker in the fourth official, making his thoughts well known. But we continue with just 4 minutes. 4 minutes of normal time to play is the third or fourth stoppage we'll have. So no doubt 3, maybe even 4 minutes will be indicated by the fourth official when it comes to the 90th. Tony Pennock and Gary Richards in the technical area, issuing the commands still. I'm sure they'd be delighted with the performance so far during match day 1. Jacob Owen still down having treatment by Henry Fensom over on the far side. Seems to be okay in himself. Just having, I think he's caught a finger in the eye would be my guess there. Henry just sort of wiping away a mark. I think Jacob's getting back to his feet. He's going to be asked to leave the field of play for just a short spell. He's going to have to make his way all the way around the pitch, it seems.
Higher, Dad.
Referee drops the ball at Zach Jones's feet.
And bumper. Bumper, get higher.
The referee is coming across to the home dugout with a yellow card in his hand. Officials have deemed the stand-in manager for the day. Yeah, I think it's the assistant referee who's called the referee over, and it's a yellow card issued to one of the coaching staff in the dugout there. Yeah, the head coach for the day has picked up the yellow card. And again, the referee travels over to Zach Jones in the goal, who's going to have to drop the ball at Zach's feet, I think. Does. And Zach starts dribbling it wide, but quickly is pressured into picking the ball up. Just a couple of seconds gone again there. 88 played. Jacob Owen ready to come back on the field of play. Zach punts down this left-hand side. All the way out for a throw-in over on the far side. Jacob Owen allowed back onto the field. Heads over to his right wing back slot. Nash then to play. Oh, he's gone big cross field past his teammate Marriott in a very attacking position. It's going to be a Haverfordwest throw. Tom Barker on Facebook. I don't disagree at all with that. Come on, you Blues, indeed. Jacob Owen then. Chance to throw infield. Force it. Has his pocket pinched by Muandue. So Nomads clear. Can only as far as Shepherd. And it's going to be a Haverfordwest throw in. Can we keep all the possession for a couple of minutes here? The board is being prepared. Stoppage time will surely be no more than 4, surely. Jacob Owen, huge throw, almost goes out. Chance, Owen, almost falls to Owen Jones there. But Ratcliffe collects. Don't foul Rio. Rio does well to chase Noah Edwards there, but Nomads are crossing the halfway line with Muandue on the left-hand side. Muandue, Jacob Owen showing him the inside. Foul isn't given. Jacob Owen from inside his box opts to try and lob. The 6 minutes of stoppage time.
6 minutes additional time.
6 minutes of injury time to go here. 6 is big. Nash to Edwards again, coming over the halfway line. Plays forward. It's going to be a corner. A little bit of miscommunication there as we go into the 91st minute. Keeper Ratcliffe was well off his line in the last phase of play, and Jacob Owen opted to shoot. A little bit more experience perhaps would have opted to keep the ball and head for the corner there maybe, or at least move further up the pitch, but the corner comes in. It's deep, it's scuffed, and it's into the hands of Zach Jones, who dives to the ground. 91 plus played. Zach Jones, ball in hand. We count down the minutes.
How long you up?
Clears. Huge punt upfield. Fawcett struggling with the sun there. Good head by Shepherd on the rebounding one. Chance for Watsy, who plays it to Walters. Hooks on. Doesn't quite go into the corner. So he's played back to Ratcliffe, the keeper. 92nd minute. Kai Edwards. 4 to play. Forward. Watsy. Duggan manages to collect. Great tackle by Watts. Pinches it around the corner from Duggan. Yori inside to Greg Walters. Good tackle by the Nomads. Greg coming across. Pretends to take the throw in, but it's going to be Yori on this near side who's going to be the man to take the throw in. Great tackle by Ricky Watts. Slightly from behind, I will admit, but cleared the ball fairly, much to the appeal of the home side. Fawcett getting manhandled by Nash. Does indeed clear. It's like, Disney's played a challenging back pass to his keeper, gets hold of it and plays out the other side to Marriott. 93 played. It is indeed Peter Barnett, the longest 5 minutes ever. Come on, boys. We are still leading 1-0. 93 and a half minutes gone. Nash down the right hand side. Rio Dyer does well, takes ball and man. The first foul is given and Rio Dyer picks up a yellow card. Plays it from nowhere near where the foul was actually taking place. Just 2.5 minutes to go. Edwards out to Marriott, cuts inside onto his right. Great ball into the box, headed clear by the towering Luke de Bourne. Done so well. Chance for Owen Jones to play forward to Fawcett. Fawcett inside his own half, back to Shepherd. Clears long, down into the corner. Edwards does get it onto Ratcliffe. 94th minute, any second. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Poole plays forward. Greg, great play by Greg. And Rio, it's just over Rio's head, all the way back to Nash. And goes back to his keeper. Strap yourselves in. Here we go. Big 2 minutes. Disney. Nomads are throwing everyone forward here, it seems. Great crossfield ball by Disney to Marriott. Cuts inside. Slip by Fawcett. Muandue in the edge of the box. Strikes into the hands of Zach Jones. Down low to his right-hand side. Great save, Zach. Zach with the ball in his hands.
How long you want?
94. Less than 2 minutes to go. Zach Jones is being high pressured by Elliot Duggan here. Zach boots into the Nomads half. Fawcett competes with the physical Kai Edwards, but comes off second best that time. Marriott on the left hand side puts it into an area. Duggan and Tabone again compete. Watsy with his left foot just hooks it on. Nash unopposed. Comes away with it. Forward pass. Oh, just Tang just tripped there by Ricky Watts. Last roll of the dice here, surely for the home side. 94.5 minutes gone. Almost head in hands time. Marriott gaining a couple of yards there. Experienced. Is being sent backwards now by the referee. Just pushed.
Come on, you!
Marriott then left-footed. Everybody on the edge of the box. Everyone forward apart from the keeper. Marriott then left-footed. It's deep. Zach Jones collects comfortably. 95 gone. Less than 60 seconds to go. Here we go. Surely, people beginning to leave the Essity Stadium with less than a minute of match day 1 still to play. Zach goes big. Straight down the middle. It's going to be one last chance as Marriott comes down the left-hand side. Jacob Owen pinches it, keeps it in play, travels down the right-hand side. Just go to the corner flag. Just go for it. Is fouled. Free kick, Haverfordwest County. So close. So close to 3 points on match day 1, courtesy of Ben Amoun's penalty in the 54th minute. A lot of nervousness from both sides around the ground, but surely now that is the last play. Shepherd just chips over to Rio Dyer. The full-time whistle blows. A superb performance again at the Essity Stadium has seen us come away with 3 points. A big sigh of relief. Nomads threw everything at us there in the last 20-odd minutes of the game. Oh, what a result. What an excellent start to the league campaign. 5-1 the bookies had us for the win today. So to come away with all 3 points shows what an effort that was. Tremendous performance. Ben Amoun with the goal. Some great performances all round. Look forward to seeing the highlights. Whew. Moving ahead then, our next fixture next Saturday. Won't be joining you for live commentary as the game is being live streamed across S4C Scorio platforms. After that, we'll be home to Pennock, our new temporary home of the LHP Stadium in Carmarthen. So please keep an eye out for information across the club's social media. But it's been superb bringing you this Nest live commentary this afternoon. It's good to be back. Thank you for joining me. There'll be a new episode of the podcast coming out this week. So keep your eyes open for that one. But we head home to West Wales on a sunny Sunday evening with 3 points in the bank. A big smile on my face too. So for the first time this season, Bluebird's Nest Live signing off. Thank you very much. Over and out.